Now let's look at number 3. Number three says, in exercises 3 to 4, verify that the matrices and scalars in exercise 1 satisfy the stated properties. In number 3 as well as number 4, we need to verify that the matrices and scalars in exercise 1 satisfy the stated properties. We are still using these matrices, matrix A, B, C, as well as scalar A and scalar B. What we need to do is to verify that matrix A, B, C, as well as scalar A and B in exercise 1 satisfy these properties. We'll start by working out number 3A. A to the transpose, everything to the transpose equals to A. That is what we need to verify. Lerado, what are you saying, my brother?
Yeah, sir, it's true. A transpose to the power transpose is equal to A.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Magwena, is it true?
Yes, it's true.
Thank you. Tando?
Yes, it's true, sir.
Theo?
Yes, sir. I agree. It's true.
You also agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now let's look at number 3B. Pius?
Yeah, but sir.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm saying it's true.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Tando, what are you saying, my sister?
Yes, it's very true, sir, according to theorem 1.4.8.
Okay. Theo?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
It's true.
It's true. We all agree that 3B does hold. Now,
Yes, we agree.
we agree. Okay. Now let's look at number 5. In exercises 5 to 8, use theorem 1.4.5 to compute the inverse of the matrix. You still remember this theorem?
Yes, we still remember.
Okay. Let's then do workout number 5. Let's start with Tando. Tando, what did you get?
Step by step, sir, or the final answer?
The final matrix.
Okay, I got a 2 by 2 after multiplying with my determinant. It was 1/5 first row.
Sorry?
1
First row
over
is
1/5.
1/5.
Then 3/20. First row.
Hang on. 1/5. Yes.
And 3/20.
3/20.
Then second row, -1/5.
-1/5.
And 1/10.
1/10. Now, let me repeat what you just said. You said first row is 1/5.
Yes.
And then 3/20.
Yes.
Minus 1/5 in the second row.
Yes.
And 1/10.
Yes.
Please talk to them.
Hello, colleagues. Hope we got the same answer.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Sir,
It looks like they all agree with you. Someone called me.
no. Sir.
Oh, okay, Lerato.
What's the first term on Tando's graph?
The first entry.
Yes.
It is 1/5.
Mine is negative.
Sorry?
Mine is negative 1/5.
Okay, hang on. Hold on to your negative 1/5. Lerato, what did you get as your first entry?
1/10.
Phew. Tando.
Hello, sir.
Okay. Now, let's go back. Step. Who agrees with Tando?
I do.
Theo. Is Tando. Theo. Who else?
Maditaba.
Madita, how are you?
I'm fine with you, sir.
Good. Who else agree with Tando? Tando, Theo, and Maritaba got the very same matrix. Lerato has got a different matrix as well as Magwena. Now, Tando, please. Magwena, I'm not saying what you got is not what you are looking for. Lerato, please hear me out clearly. I'm not saying what you got is not what you are looking for. It doesn't mean that if Tando, Theo, and Maritaba got the very same entries, then what they found is in fact what we are looking for. That doesn't mean that. Now, each and every one, I'm going to ask Tando to go through each and every step up until the last matrix. And then I'll request Lerato as well as Magwena to do the same on your workings, on how you arrived at those different figures. Then we'll still come back to you. But let's first give Tando a chance. Tando, the stage is yours.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay,
Okay.
this is what I did. The first step, I multiplied 2 times 4 across, then minus, then I said negative 3 times 4. So I got 8 plus 12, which is 20. That is the determinant of matrix A given. So if it, theorem 1.4.5 says if it's not 0, that means it is what? It is invertible. So it has an inverse.
Yes.
So I said 1/20. Then I multiplied the bracket. Now, theorem 1.4.5 says when you are multiplying now, 4 changes its position with 2. So I said 4, in place where there is 4, I put 2, and where there is 2, I put 4. Then these 3 and negative 4, they stay as it is, but they change the signs. So my 3 is positive, but it changed to be negative. Then my 4 was negative, it changed to be what? Positive. I'm talking about 4 on the second row. So it will be positive now. So I said 1/20 multiplying a 2 by 2 matrix, which is 4, 3, first row, and negative 4, 2, second row. Then I didn't want to leave it like that. I just said 4/20, 1/20 times 4, which is 4/20. I got 1/5. Then the first row, second column 3. Then I said 1/20 times 3, which is 3/20. Then on my second row, I said 1 over 20 times negative 4, which is negative 1 over 5. Then the last one, I said 1 over 20 times 2, which is 2 over 20. Then it's 1 over 10. Yeah, that's what I did.
Lerato, Magwena, please come in.
Sir. Okay.
Yes,
sir.
who's talking?
Rato.
Yes, Lerato. Yes, I'm listening.
The method, the way she used it, I feel like she used it wrong on my case, according to me. Because me, I used inverse of A is equal to 1 over determinant. And then the determinant of A, it's 2 times 4, which is 8, minus negative 3 times 4, which is minus 12. And then 8 minus 12, I got positive 20. And then I said it's 1 over 20 on that part. 1 over 20 times 2 gives you 2 over 20. Simplified, it's 1 over 10. 1 over 20 times negative 3 gives you negative 3 over 20. I cannot simplify further. 1 over 20 times 4 gives you 4 over 20. Simplified, it's 1 over 5. 1 over 20 times 4 gives you 4 over 20. Simplified is 1 over 5. That's how I did it.
Yeah. Lerato, please bring in Magwena.
Yeah, okay.
Marquin.
I'm here. Thank you. What I did is I found the determinant of A, and then after finding the determinant of A, I flipped 2 and 4 at the diagonal. And then after flipping them, I exchanged the sign of the diagonal. And then after that, I said the inverse of A is 1 over the determinant of A multiplied by negative 4, negative 3 on the first row, and then 4 minus 2 on the second row, which is why I got negative 1 over 5 and negative 3 over 20, 1 over 5 and negative 1 over 10.
Thank you. I heard you, Lerato. I heard you, Magwena. Who will break this tie? 3 people have got the same answer, and 2 people sitting in different locations have got separate answers. We can't be in this situation.
I think I see where I went wrong. I changed the sign of diagonals instead of changing the sign of negative 3 and negative 4.
Magwena, what are you saying?
I saw where I went wrong according to the theorem 1.4.5. So I mixed the signs.
You.
Yes.
Are you sure that you missed the sign?
100.
So now, if you say you missed the signs, Magwena, should I then ignore or should I just omit what you just said to us as your answer?
Omit it.
And then which one should I follow? Should I follow what Lerato said or what Tando, Pio, and Malika?
What Tando said.
Okay. Lerato, what happened?
I told you what I did. Like A times D, it's 2 times 4, minus B times D. which was negative 12. So it was 8 minus 12. 1 over 20, I multiplied it into the matrix, and that's what I got.
I hear you, my brother. What I'm saying, in simple terms, what I'm just asking you, my question to you is to say, what you did, the way you did it, and then with you having a different answer from the others. The way you solve this, is it the way it was supposed to be solved?
I'm not sure what theorem 1.4.5. Maybe it's for one. I'm not sure what it says because I don't hold theorems by numbers.
This is the theorem, Labat.
Why I say B? Oh, I forgot to multiply B and C by negative. That's where the problem is. I took them as they are. I should have, the matrix that I should have used should be 2, positive 3, negative 4, and then positive 4, which means I was going to get, okay, yeah, I can see, say, like, the multiplication, but the fraction, like, is it 1 over 20 for everyone, or?
Please ask them. The
Like,
fraction
is that,
in front of the matrix.
Yes, is it 1 over 20?
Tando, what is the fraction, my sister?
Yes, it's 1 over 20.
Theo, what's the fraction?
It is 1 over 20.
Now, Lerado, that is what I was trying to say in a layman's term. To say, did you, if we are, you see, the way we are working on the same exercise, but there is no way that we can have different answers. Even if we are 100, we should get the very same answer. What I was just trying to say to you was that, is it Tando, Theo, and Maditaba, or is it you who did not apply this theorem appropriately?
I did not apply this theorem appropriately, so I'll just write it down.
Okay. But then, remember, I did warn you for the last time when we were together to say, this theorem only holds for 2 by 2 matrices. Only. Okay? Only.
Yes.
All right. Now, we do agree that the size of the final matrix is a 2 by 2 matrix. The entries in the first row are 1 over 5, 3 over 20, minus 1 over 5, and 1 over 10. There is a consensus on that one. Now let's go back to where we were. Please don't get bored, eh? Please, I'm begging you. Now, we are still using that theorem for number 6. Okay. We are now working on number 6. Okay, Lebo, what did you get in number 6?
I got 2 by 2 matrix, which is row 1 is 2 and negative 1, and then row 2 is negative 5 and 3.
You said in row 1 you have got 2 and negative 1.
Yes.
In row 2 you have got negative 5 and positive 3.
Yes.
Please talk to them.
Agreed.
What did you get?
Positive 2, negative 1, and negative 5 and positive 3. Guys, do you agree with me or I'm incorrect? Or is,
I agree with you.
Negative 2.
We agree with you.
Negative 1.
Tando agrees.
There's someone saying you got +2, -1, and then?
-5, +3.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Fractional isn't so. Like, this is what I got. I got -2, +1, +5, -3. Because like
Where?
1/6. Because the fraction was 1/-1.
Why
So
-1? Why did you get 1/-1? Until like 1/.
oh yeah, I swapped
One,
the
1/, that thing is 1/, determinant of that matrix. So you are supposed to say 3 multiplied by 2 minus 5 multiplied by 1. Yeah? +1. And you?
+1 boom.
Okay. Yeah, guys.
Are you sure you're ready?
Loretta, you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay. Guys, are you all?
Pius, yeah.
Okay, Pius?
Yes, Pius.
Guys, I've got my fraction is that 3 times 2, which is 6, minus 5 times 1, which is 5. So 6 minus 5 is 1, +1.
Yes.
So your fraction is 1/1, and then the what's the matrix in the bracket now? It becomes 3 minus 5 minus 1, second row minus 1 and 2.
No. I disagree with you. Pius, I disagree with you because I don't know what you have done, but you were supposed to change the position of 2 and 3. Where is 2, you place 3. Where is 3, you place 2. And then you change the sign of +5 and 1, which is gonna be -5 and -1.
Now the first row of our matrix is 3 and 1, right?
Yes.
Then the second row is 5 and 2.
Yes.
So if I change that, it becomes 3, 5, and then
No, you don't do transpose. When I have a transpose, you don't transpose. You change the
just change the
position.
sign.
Yes, listen, you change the position of 3 and 2. You swap them. Where is 3, you place 2. Where is 2, you place 3. You
Okay.
see? And
Yeah,
then, yes, for +5 and +1, you change their
the
sign.
sign. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Sharp, sharp.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's sharp level?
Yeah, I think it's sharp, sharp because he says sharp, sharp.
Okay. Okay. Now, if we all agree, then the final matrix, the first entry is 2. I mean, in the first row, the first entry is 2, the second entry is -1. In the second row, the first entry is -5, second entry is 3. Now, let's look at number 7. Elvin, What did you get, brother?
All right, so I got, as my first entry, in the first row, I got 3. Then in the second column, I got 0.
I'm with you.
Then in the, sorry?
I'm with you. I'm listening.
Then in the second row, I've got 0 and 2.
0 and 2.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you said in the first row you have got 3 and 0.
3 and 0, yes, sir.
In the second row, you said you've got 0 and 2.
Yes, sir.
Please talk to them.
Does everyone agree?
Disagree?
I disagree.
I first.
Hello.
Hello, please
Hello?
talk to them again, Alvin, so that I can capture the agreements and the disagreements.
Does everyone agree?
Theo
No,
disagrees.
I disagree. Let me disagree.
Lebo and Theo disagree with you, Alvin.
Fellow disagree.
Hello disagrees. You have got now many problems, Theo.
Hey.
I mean, Alvin.
Hello, sir. Tando.
Yes, Tando.
I agree with him before he simplifies it, because but I just want to find out whether outside the 2 by 2 matrix he has the determinant 1/6. If it's like that, I think we can't say we disagree, because I think you can mark if we say 1/6 3002, but if it doesn't have 1/6 outside the bracket, it's wrong.
Please talk to him.
No,
Dr.
no, Tando. It's
Hello,
still
let
wrong.
me talk to him first, Lebo.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Do you have 1/6 outside the bracket of that matrix?
Yeah, Tando, I got 1/6 as my determinant.
Yeah, is it outside that matrix that we are talking about?
For the inverse.
Yes, 30, then 02.
Yes, that was the determinant I got from that matrix.
Yeah, okay, so they disagree with you because they simplified that one further. They said 1/6 times 3, which is half. Then 1/6 times 0, which is 0. Then 1/6 times 0, which is 0. Then 1/6 times 2, which is 1/3.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes the lecturers will mark you correct, even if you say you are wrong. Because some other people, they leave it as it is. Some, they simplify it. They simplify it further.
Okay.
That's why I don't want to write it like to say you are wrong.
Okay.
Tando and Alvin, what is the ruling? How do you conclude, the two of you, before we bring in other people?
Okay. My final answer was half, 0, first row, then 0, 1/3, after I simplified it further.
Huh? Tando, what are you saying? Is first row
1/2. 1/2.
Uh-huh.
Then 0.
Mm-hmm.
Then second row, it's 0 and 1/3. 1/3.
Your first entry is a half.
Yes.
Your second entry is a 0.
Yes.
In the first row. In the second row, your first entry is a 0.
Yes.
Your last entry is 1/3.
Yes.
The figures that you have, there is an agreement with the zeros from Alvin, okay? But there is a disagreement in terms of the numbers. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Where Tando has got a half, where you have got a half, Alvin has got a 3. Tando,
yes,
where you have got 1/3, Alvin has got a 2.
Yeah, before he multiplied inside that with 1/6.
I'm confused now.
Please,
Which
Alvin,
one?
explain.
Huh?
I think he can explain. Say, I didn't want to say it's because it demotivates if we just say someone is wrong. Yeah, that answer, what I know, if you say 1/6, then you don't maybe multiply the 2 by 2 matrix. Ne? Sometimes you as lecturers, you mark us correct. So Alvin said 1/6, open bracket, 3002.
Okay. Outside, what do we have? 1/6.
Yes.
Yes.
He didn't simplify it further.
1/6 is outside, ne?
Yes.
Tando, hang on there, don't disappear. Outside, we are having 1/6. Then what are we having as the first entry? If we have got 1/6 outside?
It's 30, first row.
3. Tando, hang on. Outside, we have got 1/6. I'm writing that down.
Yes.
Then inside, first entry, what is it?
3,
3,
0.
0,
Then second row, it's 0,
0,
2.
2.
Yes.
Now, when we bring in this 1/6 inside the matrix,
Yes.
then we have got a half. Okay.
Yes.
As the first entry in the first row. Do we agree?
Yes.
Do we all agree on that one?
Yes.
Do we all agree that the first entry should be a half?
Yes.
Now, the second entry, it will remain to be a 0. Now, going to the second row, the first entry will be a 0. Now, bringing in this 1/6, now the second entry, it will be 1/3. Do you all agree with that?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Now, how do we help Elvin here? Because he has got 3 and 0 and 0 and 2.
Oh, say, Elvin.
Yeah.
Always multiply, like the scalar. You must always multiply it, and then things will be fine. Like, don't leave it outside there. Multiply with it. Inverse of C, it's a matrix. So multiply that C.
Wait, Lerato. Lerato.
Yes.
So what he's saying is, once you find like the inverse, you multiply the.
No. To get the inverse, you must multiply 1/6 into the matrix to get the inverse.
Okay.
Is it clear, brother?
That is now clear, sir.
Okay, beside Elvin, do we all agree that the final matrix should be a half, 0, 0, and 1/3?
Yes.
Now, if we agree, then let's look at number 8. Okay, Stella, what did you get, brother?
The first column I got minus 1/2 and 1.
Hang on. First column, ne? You are saying in the first column you have got minus half and 1.
Yes.
In the first column.
Yes.
All right. Second column.
The second column I got minus 2 and 3.
Minus 2 and 3. Please talk to them.
First row.
Hello. Please talk to them.
Guys, do you agree with my answer? Nyavuma.
Yeah,
No,
we
like-
agree.
First row. What's the first row, man?
Yes.
So
yes,
the first row is minus half and minus 2.
It's
Yes,
minus
first
half and minus.
Yeah, the first row.
Yes.
Yes. Wait, how did you get 2 there? Minus 2.
Okay. So firstly, I calculated the determinant, which I got. It was 2, right?
Yes, it's 2 the determinant.
Yeah. Then my adjoint
Yeah.
was -1, right, and -4 the first row. Then the second row, my adjoint was 2 and 6, right?
Yes.
Then when I multiply
Oh.
with 1 over the determinant, then I got 1. I got half on the first entry of the first row.
Yes.
Then the -4 on my adjoint, when I multiply with 1 over 2, that's when I get -2, right?
Yes.
Yeah, then the second row, I divided my adjoint, the first entry of my adjoint, which was 2, I divided by 1. I multiplied it by 1 over 2, which I got 1. Then
Yes. It's fine. I got positive.
Lerado, what? It's fine. Are you sure?
Yes, I got positive 2. I saw that the negative 4 behind somewhere, but it's
Sorry?
like the -4.
Hmm.
-4. When I did the calculations, I got positive 2. That's why I was asking. But it's fine now.
Are you sure it's -2?
Yes, I'm sure it is -2.
Yeah,
Okay.
guys, can someone please explain to me how did you get the determinant?
Who's talking?
Eh, who-
Please repeat what you just said, Lebo.
I'm saying, can somebody please assist me of how did they get the determinant?
Okay. Anyone, please help one of the family members. Anyone?
Tebohang.
Hello? Okay.
Okay, where 2 by 2 matrix, to get the determinant, you say A times B minus C times D. Yeah, like,
I know that
do you
one.
that's
I
how we
ag-
find it.
I agree. So you say 1 over 2 bracket e to the power x plus e to the negative x bracket multiply by 1 over 2 bracket e x plus e to the power negative x.
No, you are not question yet. We are still at number 8.
Number what?
8.
8.
What?
You are not at number 9. 8.
Shit. Steve. Yo.
What's wrong, Lebo?
She's at number 9.
Sorry, sir.
Yo.
Ne ke kgalletse number 9, so ke lebetse ka number 8.
Oh, okay. Do you agree with us on number 8 level?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, thank you. Now, since you want to do number 9, you will do it at your own time.
No, sir. No.
Or you want to do number 9?
It's in class because it was there on our assignment, this one.
Oh, because it was there in an assignment. Now you are interested in doing it.
I want to rectify myself.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Based on what Level just said, may we please then just focus on number 9? Is it okay with everybody?
Yes.
Yes,
With
but like,
Tando, what about the others?
say, can we agree that if in 5 minutes, not more than 10 people got it, we must move on because I call.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Bo.
All right.
Mina ka tla ka karabo. I just say.
You say this was in your assignment.
Yes, was in our assignment 2 or 1. I'm not sure.
Assignment
When
1.
did you submit it?
Yo, long time ago.
Long time
Around
ago.
March.
Around March. Okay. Yeah. I was not even aware that this was part of your assignment. Let me, Level,
Yes, sir.
let me thank you for having shared that information with me. And then based on the fact that this was part of our assignment, we will work it out together, all of us. Magwena, now what did you get as an answer, my sister?
My first row I got 1/2 into e to the power of x plus e to the power of negative x, and negative 1/2 to the power of negative 1 e to the power of x minus e to the power of negative x. And then
Slowly, whoa. Let's start from the first term, slowly. You said half
e to x plus e to the power of negative x. And then I got
e to the power of negative x.
Yes.
You said half e to the power x plus e to the power negative x.
Yes, that's my first entry.
That's the first entry. Thank you. Let's go to the next entry.
The next entry on the first row is negative half.
Yes.
Open bracket e to the power of x minus e to the power of negative x.
Negative half, open bracket, e to the power x, negative e to the power negative x.
Yes.
Thank you.
On the second row, first entry is negative half, open bracket, e to the power of x minus e to the power of negative x.
Okay. Next entry.
Second entry is half, open bracket, e to the power of x plus e to the power of negative x. My determinant is 1.
Please talk to them, my sister.
Colleagues, do you agree with me?
How did you get?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Tando agrees. Who else? Who else agrees? And those who have got challenges or who disagrees can come later. Tando agrees with Magwena. Who else?
Celo too.
Celo. Who else? Okay, those who disagree. Those who disagree or those who don't follow, who don't understand how the answer was found.
Yeah, can you just explain the determinant?
Yeah, from the start, like from when
Yeah.
How did you get your determinant?
Yeah, but hang on. I have three different voices. The last one is the one that I can be able to recognize that it belongs to Level. So it is Level. And who else?
Rato. The questions.
Lerado. And who else?
And Vincent.
And Vincent. Who else? You said Maritaba left us, ne? Maritaba is no longer part of us.
Yes, he's not. She's not.
Okay, thank you. All right, Lebo. Tando, Stelo, Makwena, please listen attentively. Lebo, you are first on the line. When you are done with your engagement, your query, no matter how we can call it, Lerado will follow, then followed by Vincent. Okay, Lebo, you are number one.
To those people who got the correct answer, I want to know, how did you get your determinant? And yeah,
How did they get
how
what?
did you get the determinant?
Determinant.
Yes,
Determined or determinant?
determinant.
Okay, thank you. They heard you. Please, Tando Stelo Magwena, please help a family member here.
Okay, Lebohang. The determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix is A multiplied by D minus B multiplied by C. So in this case,
Before you go through, Makwena, before you go through now.
Yes.
Yes. I did that process whereby I got 1/4 bracket EX plus E to the power negative X squared minus 1/4 E to the power X minus E to the power negative X squared. Yes. Oh,
okay. I expanded. I took out negative. I took out 1/4 as the. I don't know. I don't know how. Or what is it? Can somebody tell me?
Same here. I took.
And then
next step.
I expanded. Okay, I expanded E to the power of X plus E to the power of negative X squared. It gave me E to the power of 2X plus 2 plus E to the power of negative 2X. And then
can you stop? You said your first time is E to the power of what?
I expanded in brackets. I expanded E to the power of X plus E to the power of negative X squared. And then I expanded it. It gave me 1/4 open bracket E to the power of E to the power of 2X plus 2. Yes. Plus E to the power of negative 2X. Minus minus in brackets I got minus E to the power of 2X minus 2. I mean plus 2, and then minus E to the power of negative 2X. E to the power of 2X minus E to the power of 2X cancels each other, and then E to the power of negative 2X and E to the power of negative 2X cancels each other. I got 4. And then remember, I'm multiplying it by 1/4, which my determinant is 1, which is why I got my determinant as 1.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Now I see. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Magwena. Lerado, you are next.
Oh, I just finished working for the determinant and I got 1. I wanted to ask if it is 1, but then they answered me that the determinant is 1. So I agree with the answer that was given.
Thank you, Lerato. Vincent,
But I was trying to work out the determinant, but I see where it is going. I will finish it like. But I
Oh.
see like some of the terms are just cancelling, and then yeah.
Yeah, with those terms cancelling, are they making sense with their cancelling?
Yeah, they do make sense. They do make sense.
Are they supposed to cancelling?
Yeah, they do because like here we're gonna have like a let me say like a sum of 2 squares and the difference of 2 squares, and then henceforth they can cancel each other.
What will make me happy, even though we are in this difficult situation? What will make me happy is for you to follow what we are doing.
I am really. Don't worry, I'm following.
Okay.
Yeah, I am, Mr. And then I really appreciate your concern.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks.
Can we then move on?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Don't mind.
Yes, Lerato, listening?
I was just saying to Vincent, don't mind. You'll get it one day.
Sorry?
I was saying, Vincent should not mind. You should not mind when you get things in a different way than they're supposed to be. You will get it one day.
Oh, okay. I get you. Remember, maths is not the process of understanding is not like the process of osmosis, as I usually say. Ne? To say if you don't see it, don't force it. Just take it as if you didn't see it, but have it somewhere. Then at a later stage, revisit it. Then whatever that didn't make sense at a later stage, believe me, will make sense. And then if it doesn't make sense, please come back to us. We will help you. All right. Let's look at number 12. Where is this 12? 12. Yeah? 12. Oh, okay. In exercises 11 to 14, verify that the equations are valid for the matrices in exercises 5 to 8. 5 to 8. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, here in number 12, they are saying to us, in exercises 11 to 14, verify that the equations are valid for the matrices in exercises 5 to 8. 5 to 8. Now, A is this one in number 5. Sure, now, should I minimize this? Minimize. Yes. We are now working on number 12.
Sir.
Yes.
I think it will be better if you just copy the matrices from 5 to 8 and then you zoom onto the question because like.
I hear you. If everybody can do what as you just said, brother, then we can just zoom into the question. Okay, maybe let me do this. Please copy matrices 5 up to 8. Then from there, I'll go to the question. Please let me know when you are done copying matrices from 5 up to 8. Now, let's go to question 12. Please verify that the equations are valid for the matrices. But now, we are only starting to focus on number 12. Theo?
Yes, sir.
Yes, what are we saying on number 12?
It is indeed true that the inverse of an inverse is the original matrix. Yes, and the final
Yes, I'm
answer,
listening.
yes, and the final answer is a 2 by 2 matrix, and it is as follows. The first column is 2, -3, and the first row is 2, -3, and the second row is 4 and 4, which is the equivalent of A.
Hang on, Theo. The first row, what are the entries in the first row?
The first row is 2 and -3.
2 and -3.
And then the second row is 4 and 4.
4 and 4. Please talk to them, my brother.
Everybody, family, are we in agreement? Are we in disagreement? Please comment.
We agree. We agree.
Thank you.
Any disagreement?
Yeah, I'm lost, sir.
Yes, Vincent, where are you lost? How do we help you, brother? Where are you lost?
Yeah, I don't understand anything here.
You don't understand anything? Okay. Theo or anyone, Rolo, let me not choose any
Sir?
family member to help another family member here.
Sir, I'm also having a problems here. Can I see the question again, sir? The matrix A.
Here are the matrices. The matrices that we are talking about.
I just want to see number A.
Here is matrix A, number 5. This is the matrix.
I disagree, sir, with the answer.
Who is talking?
Celo.
Celo. Okay. Celo disagrees. Okay. Thank you. Celo disagrees. Vincent requests an explanation.
Okay.
Now, before there can be an explanation to Vincent, we will have to pack an explanation to Vincent. We'll first have to agree on an answer to avoid confusing Vincent. Now, who agrees with Theo and who disagrees with Theo? Okay, Celo disagrees. Who agrees with Theo to say the matrix has got the entries in the first row 2, -3, second row 4 and 4?
Lerato
Lerato agrees or disagrees?
agrees.
Lerato agrees. Okay, here is Theo and Lerato.
Lebu also agree.
And Lebu has thrown the name in the head. Okay. Who else? Celo, you disagree. What did you get, my brother?
No, sir. It's not like I disagree, sir. I just want them to help me to follow, because now I can see based on my work here that now I'm not going to get that answer. I can see based on my work.
Oh, okay. That means, if I understand you clearly, Celo, can I put you
So
in
I
the
would like
same
to ask them
room?
questions.
Celo?
I would like to ask them some questions so that I can get that answer. I would ask them questions, then they answer me. Then because I can see based on my work here, I'm not gonna get that answer.
No problem, my brother. So, can I then Okay, what should I say? Stelo and Vincent, please, I will request these three people, Theo, Lerato, and Levo. I'll ask they themselves, they will choose who will explain how they arrived at the answer. And then Stelo and Vincent, please listen attentively. Any question or any concern that you may be having, then they will respond. Where there are challenges, I will come in. Theo, Lerato, Levo, any one of you?
I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Okay. Gentlemen, so as you will recall, earlier on in the lesson, we actually had to work out the inverse of A. And if you remember the answer from that question, we got the inverse of A to be, the first row was 1/5, and then it was 3/20ths, and then the second row was -1/5 and 1/10. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, true. There I agree. Vincent,
Okay.
I agree.
Yes, so now, okay, so that's good. So we can agree on the fact that we've got the inverse of A. So now what we're doing is we're going to take the inverse of the inverse. So
Theo,
literally, yes, sir.
may I please interrupt you?
Yes, sir.
Don't disappear. Stay on the line.
Sure.
Stelo, Vincent agrees. Stelo, up to so far.
Okay, when we were okay, sir, when they were doing this question, I was not part. I didn't join yet, ne? So now, what I wanted to know, when they calculated their determinant, did they get 20 right?
Yes, initially, yes.
Yes. 20 initially, ne?
Yes.
Okay. Then when you multiplied your adjoint with 1/20, so you get like 2/10, 3/20. Okay, yeah. Okay, those answers just the first inverse. Okay, I do get it.
Okay, so
I do get that one. Okay, you can continue. Okay, now I agree.
All right, thank you,
okay,
sirs.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you,
as I
Theo.
continue.
Please proceed.
Okay, so just to reiterate and make sure we're all on the same page, like I said, the inverse of A, which we've worked out, is first row is 1/5, 3/20. Second row is -1/5 and 1/10. Good. So now, because we want to find the inverse of this inverse, we're going to do the whole process all over again. So I started off by calculating the determinant of this, which was then 1/5 times 1/10 minus 3/20 times -1/5. And then that determinant comes up to being 1/20. Are we in agreement with that?
That's true. Yeah. Yes, that's true.
Okay. So, well, I need more hands. Are we all in agreement?
Of course.
Okay, cool. So
yeah,
so now,
we agree. Like, can you run very fast? Like,
I'm not gonna run very fast because next thing we have to go back.
like I'm gonna be disconnected any second now. So that's why I wanted to finish with this answer. Then after, if I go off that it, and then I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we've got a new determinant, which is 1/20. And to calculate the inverse, it's going to be 1 over the determinant multiplied by the adjoint. And now it's going to be 1 over 1/20, which is the same as 1 times 20. The whole tip and times thing with multiplication. So now it's going to be 1 times 20 multiplied by the inverse, multiplied by the adjoint. And our adjoint is then 1 is the first row of the adjoint is 1 over 10, -3/20. Second row is 1/5 and 1/5. And how we got that adjoint, we took the inverse we're working with and we swapped A and D, and then we changed the signs for B and C. Are we in agreement?
I'm lost.
Sorry. Here you said that the determinant is 1/20, ne?
Yes.
And then the matrix is 1/10. After we have already changed them, it's 1/10, and then -3/2, and then 1/5, 1/5.
Yes.
Yes. All right.
Yeah. So
then, if we multiply this, are we going to get 4? Are we going to get 2?
Yes, but wait, remember, we don't
1 over
multiply.
20 multiplied by 1 over 10 is 2.
No, but wait, yes, I'm glad you said that. Remember, we don't multiply this matrix, we call it the adjoint. We don't multiply the adjoint with 1 over 20. We multiply it with 1 over 1 over 20, because remember, it's always supposed to be 1 over the determinant. And 1 over 1 over 20 is the same. 1 over 1 over 20 is the same as 1 times 20.
Okay, which means like it's 20.
Yes, so we multiply that. We multiply the adjoint with 20.
Okay, no, I do agree. I do follow now.
Yes, and then when you multiply the adjoint with 20, we end up with, before it's simplified, we end up with a 2 by 2 matrix, and the first row is 20 over 10, which simplifies to 2. And then the second entry is negative 60 over 20, which simplifies to negative 3. Second row, first entry is 20 over 5, which simplifies to 4. And the last entry of the second row is 20 over 5, which also simplifies to 4. And just to conclude, our final matrix then is 2, negative 3, 4, and 4.
Oh, Vincent, thanks, man. Like,
it's all good.
Yeah, I was lost here. Like I was using 1 over 20, and then
yes. So it was basically supposed to be 1 over 1 over 20. Yes, because it's 1 over the determinant.
Yeah, it makes sense now. Like, thanks for your explanation.
Dude, we are family. It's all good.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for the explanation, Theo.
Yes, sir.
Thanks. Yes. Hello.
Yes, it's me here. I'm trying to figure out the way how to say this. Isn't like for an inverse? For an inverse, it's no longer 1 over. How can I say this? The determinant of the inverse of A is 20. Is it correct if I say that?
The determinant of the inverse.
Like the previous explained.
No, the determinant of the inverse of A is 1 over 20.
Yes, 1 over 1 over 20 is 20.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, then.
Yes.
Then it's fine.
Yes, the determinant is 1 over 20, but when what we're going to multiply the adjoint with is going to be 1 over 1 over 20. Because remember, we don't multiply the adjoint with the determinant. We multiply it with the value that is 1 over the determinant.
Sorry, say, can I just jump in for a second?
Yes.
It's Mike speaking.
Thank you, Mike. Go ahead.
I don't. I had this. I don't know who was talking, but they were saying that the determinant is 1. The determinant of this thing is 1 over 20. I don't think that's true.
Okay, we're listening. Please explain.
Yeah, because actually, if we are finding the determinant, we just like the formula for the determinant, we just say 2 by 4, right? That's 8. Then minus 4 times minus 3, which gives us 20, which means the determinant will be 20.
Okay, so Mike, I see what you're doing. You're calculating the determinant for A, and remember, we're supposed to calculate the determinant for the inverse of A. So we're literally working from the inverse and calculating the inverse of the inverse.
Yeah, when we are now finding the inverse of the inverse of the determinant of the inverse of A, actually we just first sorry, that's 1 over the determinant of the original matrix. Then we swap the values of, let's say if it's a B C matrix, we swap the value of the first value in the first row. Then the other diagonal, it becomes they swap and they become negative. If I don't know if
No, I see. May I say something, Mike?
Yes, you can say something.
Okay, before we go back to calculating a determinant, because I see why you say you think it's 20. Let's start at What was the matrix for the inverse of A? Can you give us that?
What is the what?
The matrix for the inverse of A. What's that matrix?
I had not calculated that, but that's 1/20. We just say 1/20. Then we swap these rows and they become 2, -3, 4, and 4.
Okay. Can you please write this down? And the reason I'm going to say write it down is because we actually calculated this quite a while back, but I want you to write it down so that we can continue from there.
Okay.
The matrix for the inverse of A, the first row is 1/5.
Okay.
That's the first entry. It's 1/5. And then the second entry for the first row is 3/20.
3/20, okay.
Yes, and then second row, first entry is -1/5.
-1/5, okay.
And the second entry for the second row is 1/10.
1/10.
Cool.
Yes.
So we're together now, right?
Yes.
Okay, now let's calculate the determinant. And remember, this is the inverse of A. So now we've got a good starting ground. So now we have to calculate the determinant for the inverse of A. Then let's do it together.
Okay.
Yeah, so now if we want to calculate the determinant for this matrix, we would then say 1/5 times 1/10, right?
Yeah.
Minus 3/20 times -1/5, right?
Minus 3
Yes,
over what?
Minus 3/20 times -1/5.
And this is supposed to, isn't the 3/20 supposed to be a negative, and then the 1/5 it now becomes a positive?
Remember, we're calculating the determinant. Remember, we're not calculating the adjoint. Remember, we're taking step by step.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because we first got our inverse, which I gave you. And then I said, let's calculate the determinant of this inverse.
Okay.
And then by multiplying those two, you end up with 1/50 times 3/100. When you simplify that, it comes down to 1/20.
Okay.
That's our new determinant. Our determinant is now 1/20, right?
Yes.
And then for the next step, let's calculate the adjoint. And the adjoint, as you know, is you're gonna swap your A and D, right? And this is the A and D from your inverse that I gave you. You're gonna swap the A and D, and then you're gonna change the signs for B and C. And then your adjoint is then gonna be first row, first entry is gonna be 1/10.
Yes.
Second entry of the first row is gonna be -3/20.
Yes.
First entry of the second row is going to be 1/5.
Yes.
And the second entry of the second row is going to be 1/5 again. Are we in agreement?
Yes, we are in agreement.
Yes, and then we're going to multiply this adjoint with the value that is 1 over our determinant. And we worked out our determinant to be 1/20, right?
Yes.
So we're multiplying it with 1 over 1/20.
Oh,
does it make sense?
Now it makes sense.
Perfect.
Okay, thank you so much.
Anytime.
Thank you, Theo. Mike, I hope you now follow.
Yeah,
based on the hard work that Theo did put into this discussion to make sure that the confusion that you had gets clarified.
Yeah, you did clarify, sir.
Okay. Now, if we are all in agreement, can we look at number 13? Open bracket, ABC, close bracket, inverse. They are saying this is equals to C inverse, B inverse, A inverse. Let's verify number 13.
Say.
Yes, Lerado.
For the second part, the side on the right hand side, we already calculated inverses AB, inverse of A, of B, and of C. They should just substitute and then multiply. Yeah, like on question 5 and 8, we already calculated.
Please advise them, my brother.
Colleagues, on question 5, we calculate the inverse of A. Question 6, we calculate the inverse of B. Question 7, we calculate the inverse of negative of 7 of C. Question 7, we calculate the inverse of C. So the answers there, if you are there when we discussed, you can just substitute them onto the right part and only do the multiplication.
Thank you, Lerado. Lerado, what did you get, my brother?
First, the rule is true on both sides.
Okay.
I got 3 out of 10.
Sorry?
Oh, 3 out of 10, 3 over 10. 3 over 10.
In the first row, 3 over 10.
1 over 10.
3 over 10, 1 over 10 in the first row.
First row. Second row, I got negative 8 over 15.
Interesting. Second entry.
Negative 3 over 20.
Level.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What did you get, my sister?
Yo.
What's wrong now?
Yes, sir. Left hand side of mine and right hand side of mine, they are not equal, and they are supposed to be equal. Yes. Ash.
Okay. If that is the case, let's do this. Please
Because
take
oh yeah.
Level. I agree with what you said to say left hand side must be equals to the right hand side. Even those who did not manage to work out number 13 or to finish number 13. Okay, let's at this point in time say we will continue from number 13. Please go and work on it. When we meet on Wednesday, we'll start to work on number 13. Those who would have got the answer for us will start by checking the answers. Is that a fair agreement? Or is that a fair request?
It's a fair agreement.
Okay. So please, on Wednesday, let's start by checking number 18. Can we then say, despite all the challenges that we had and then those that we managed to resolve, then can we then at this point in time then call it a night?
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your patience. We appreciate and value you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.